As ridiculous as it sounds, Roblox genuinely did just ban R6 and R15 avatars in one way or another. This is actually one of the most bizarre situations that I have ever found coming from Roblox, and especially when it was so hidden inside of an announcement that we have already talked about. It's very much in plain sight. Anyone can find and read this right now when we're about to, but I say it's hidden because pretty much no one is talking about this right now, and I have no idea why. Hello there, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe so more people can see this and how ridiculous it is. And of course, please join the chaos that is my Discord server. The invite code is ChloeGames and I talk in there basically 24/7. So I say no one is talking about this, but really the way that this is now gaining attention is because Green Lego Cats is single-handedly bringing all of the attention to this specific part of the announcement. I made a whole video about this recently. Roblox released some new rules. They made a whole announcement about it, how they are basically banning the word Roblox, the word blocks, and anything similar to those two. It's very confusing. There is a whole lot more to it than simply just banning the word Roblox or the word blocks. So if you want to know what's happening with that, I suggest you go watch that video first. Despite this new information being in the very same announcement, they have basically absolutely nothing to do with each other. So update to Roblox licensing program and brand guidelines. This specific developer forum post is the part that mentions they will be banning R6 and R15 avatars. Stick with us because it's probably not quite how you're expecting it to be banned. Green Lego Cats first tweeted about this and said, Roblox has banned R6 and almost all uses of R15 from being in any off-platform commercial uses unless you have permission to. Arthro is not banned. No idea how more people aren't talking about this. Yeah, I feel like this is where people are gonna start busting out the theories, because R6 and R15 have been banned and then Arthro has not been banned. Just take a moment to process that information and tell me that that is not extremely biased and what people have been worried about this whole entire time, that Arthro has been a thing and the whole entire time that Roblox has been pushing Arthro. So the section limitations on commercial uses of Roblox IP, this is the important part. This is the part that we're going to take a very good look at. They start off by talking about how they are now updating their rules to prevent off-platform commercial use of things like their name, which like I said was the Roblox and blocks situation, their logo, the badge, and now they are mentioning that this also includes derivatives of the classic Roblox avatars, which, as you know, classic avatars are the ones that are built using the R6 and R15 models. So in the very same way that they are banning the word Roblox, the word blocks, anything similar to that, and also the usage of their logo in the very same category, the very same announcement, they are also banning the usage of classic Roblox avatars, which once again is R6 and R15. Not once in this entire thing do they mention Arthro, besides explicitly mentioning that you may continue using humanoid characters built on Arthro. Right after saying that they will ban R6 and R15, the one and only time that they mention Arthro is to say that that is not banned and you can continue to use that, and that only. Not only is this one of the worst decisions that they have ever made, one of the strangest announcements, new rules, updates that they have ever given us that absolutely not one single person is happy about right now, but Green Lego Cats also found that this is very contradictory to something that they previously have mentioned. One of the worst things about this ban on commercial use of R6 and R15 is that it goes completely against Roblox's own stance on Arthro versus blocky avatars. Their VP of product said they don't care what you choose among other stuff, not anymore, I guess, and the actual quote from that person says it's ironic because we don't care what you choose. If you look at the dev forums, you will see many opinions about Arthro and how we are compelling people to use it, but it's just an option that we provide. Nobody is making you give up your old blocky avatar. up until right now, which, like I said, is what people have been so scared about, so worried about this whole entire time. That person can laugh at our concerns and say it's ironic because they don't care what we choose, nobody is going to make you give up your old blocky avatar, but in the end, those concerns basically just became a reality. Would you guys believe me if I told you that from here it only gets worse, because it absolutely does? The strangest part of this to me is this next part. You will be able to continue using what could be classified as R15, but only if the avatar is heavily customized and the classic form is no longer apparent. Am I reading that correctly? Am I perceiving this correctly? You can use what they would consider R15 avatars, but only if the avatar is so unbelievably customized to a point where the classic form is no longer apparent. In other words, to a point where it no longer looks like R15. They're basically saying that if you wish to continue using R15 despite the fact that they just banned R15, the one and only exception is that if you basically hide that it is R15 to a point where you can't tell that it's R15. Even weirder, even stranger, the level of customization will be determined by Roblox. So even if you think that you did a good job of heavily customizing your R15 avatar to a point where the classic form is no longer apparent, Roblox could then still turn around and say that it's not good enough and punish you accordingly. I have no idea how they are going to go about enforcing all of these new rules. Just to clarify something right now, this is not to use R6 or R15 on your own avatar. You can still wear R6, you can still wear R15. They are not going to remove any of those and they are not going to ban you for using them. This ban on R6 and R15 avatars is only for off-platform commercial use. So going with the example that Green Lego Cats gave, if I advertise my game off-platform using this picture, let's say as a thumbnail for my YouTube video, I would be breaking that rule, because as you can see in that image, there is 3 Roblox avatars, all of which are R6, which is now banned. Like he said, if he used this image with 3 R6 characters in the image as a thumbnail on YouTube, that would be going against Roblox's new rules. If he changed the 3 R6 characters in this image to be Arthro instead, that would no longer be breaking the rule and he would be very much free to use that image. If we go to the Arsenal game page right now, we can see right off the bat that all of these thumbnails and even the video game trailer attached to this game, each and every single one of them includes R15 avatars, which we now know is against the new rules that Roblox is trying to push. And I know that one of the developers of Arsenal has spoken about this and basically said something like, if they used Arthro avatars instead of these R15 avatars to pertain to Roblox's new rules, that would then be false advertising because Arsenal doesn't have Arthro characters inside of it. So hopefully, if you didn't understand this previously, you now understand why this is such a terrible, terrible rule and one of the worst things that Roblox has ever done. I can just about understand using the Roblox name, the logo, the badge, anything like that for commercial use off-platform, but using things like R6 and R15 models, specifically without their permission, which I imagine would be very difficult, tricky, and just very inconvenient to get in the first place, but Arthro avatars are still absolutely free to use. It's just one of the worst decisions that they have ever made. I have no idea how else we are supposed to take this. So, one more time, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe because I will also appreciate the love and support that you guys give me, and you know what? It helps me out a lot. But amiga think of Roblox banning R6 and R15 avatars. Yes, I am serious. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.